Hey everyone, in this video we're going to speed through all the changes that Homecoming will bring to the current version of Gwent. And I really mean speed through all the changes, because there is a ton of them. So stay tuned and subscribe if you like to see more Homecoming videos, and now, let's go.
Visual overhaul. Basically everything in Gwent looks new, from menu to deck building, but most importantly the Gwent board itself, adding a 3D representation of leaders, moody boards and more prominent representation of cards. New gameplay flow. In Beta Gwent, your turn ended when you play a card. In Homecoming, the turn ends when you pass on it, but you can play a card, activate order abilities and trigger your leader if you want to, all within one turn. Card draw. In Homecoming, you draw 3 cards after round 2 and another 3 cards in round 3. However, the hand limit of cards is 10, so if you pass on a round early, no card advantage can be gained, since both players simply start the round with 10 cards again. Card advantage can only be gained when you play deep into the rounds, so at the end of the round draws do not get both players back to 10 cards. Mulligan. Mulligan are now tied to leaders and act as a balancing tool. If a leader has a strong ability, it will have few mulligans. Also, mulligans are counted for the whole match, so if you use all your mulligans in round 1, then you have no mulligans left for future rounds. Leader abilities. Some leaders have a passive effect, but most of the leaders have an order ability, often with multiple charges, so you can use them regularly to drive forward further your deck synergy. Being able to use a leader's ability more than once opened up a new possibility for gameplay interactions, and I'm personally thrilled to see what abilities we're going to see in the future. COINFLIP fix. Starting on blue will grant you an artifact that buffs a friendly unit by 5 points, therefore giving you 5 points of advantage. This, in addition to the high card draw in round 2, softens the problem of going first. Also, there are no card advantage spies in Homecoming anymore, so easily flipping the coin in your favor is a thing of the past. Artifacts. There's a new category of units and they're called artifacts. Artifacts do not have a power of their own, but are placed on the board so you can trigger their effects. Some cards also have effects that require you to sacrifice an artifact, so there's an additional synergy than solely the effect of the artifact. Order. Order is a new mechanic that can be triggered when it's your turn. When you trigger a unit with order, then it will trigger the effect that is described in order like deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Orders may have a cooldown or limit amount of charges, and they can't be used in the turn the unit was played. ZEAL. ZEAL enables you to use the order ability of the unit in the turn it was played. Bloodthirst. Triggers an effect when at least a certain number of enemies are damaged, and this seems to be Skellige specific at the moment, and synergizes quite well with the other abilities. 2 rows. Instead of 3 rows, there are now only 2 rows, and units often have a different effect depending on the row they are played with. Always check your units for melee or ranged keyword, because those abilities only execute when you place the unit on the specific row. Range. When a unit has range, then its abilities can only hit units within that range. Range 1 would mean you don't need to play a unit on the melee row, and then it would be only able to hit targets on the enemy's melee row. Range 2 allows targeting units a row further. Weather. Thanks to the stat squish and the average bronze value going down to around 5 points, Weather in its old form would be quite powerful, dealing nearly half a unit's power per turn. Therefore, normal Weather only lasts for 4 rounds before clearing on its own. Special Weather like Skellige Storm, Ragnarok and Co. have special rules and durations. Ragnarok, for example, has unlimited duration like now, and Skellige Storm damages all units in a row by 1, but therefore only lasts 2 turns. Oh, and there are no units anymore that can spawn better. Removal of Strengthen and Weaken. Strengthen and Weaken are 2 mechanics that are heavily used in current Gwent, especially when we think of cards like Mandrake. In Homecoming though, there is no such thing, but it doesn't mean that it can't be reintroduced in the future. A new approach to deck building. Gone are the days of silver cards, only gold and bronzes remain. Instead of limiting the number of specific cards, Homecoming lets you put in as many cards from any type you like. There are only 2 restrictions. The deck needs to have at least 25 cards, and you must not use more provisions than 160. Provisions are a new deck building mechanic. Every card has a provision cost, depending on the strength of the card. Stronger cards cost more provisions, so putting only powerful cards in the deck won't work, because you run out of provisions before you can reach the minimum amount of cards required. Therefore, you need to find a good mix of strong and weak cards that complement each other. Okay, that was a very quick walkthrough of the changes. If you're looking for more detailed information, then subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out for a project called Gwent Academy that will debut soon. Thanks for watching and have fun in Homecoming!